morning. Hello, everyone. Oh, I left the part. Oh well, that's fine. I didn't have a brush. I did this without a brush. And my arm is starting to itch. I had an allergy shot this morning. Well, you know, both. So I've been up early running all over creation because I had to go get a box from a FedEx. I had an allergy shot, and then when I was out yesterday, I left my bag somewhere. And like, I need my keys and my wallet. So then I had to run and get that. And it was somewhere safe, and like the person was like, yeah, I have it, it will be here. But I had to go get it. And that sucked. Do they feel any different compared to the start? That's a good question. Like when I get them, like actively, like I'm getting the shot, they hurt more now. I think it's because it's like more liquid. I don't know. I mean, I think they use bigger needles too, like as it goes on. But it's not like bad. It's like getting a flu shot. It's fine. My reactions change week to week, and that sucks. Sometimes I have a bad reaction, and sometimes it's like, oh, this was nothing. And it's impossible to predict, and I just have to live with it. I did ask today, I'm like, how many more shots until I'm to maintenance dose, which is a once a month thing? And they were like, 12. I'm like, okay, 12 weeks. Because I had said, you know, provided I don't have any, like, you know, major reactions again. And she's like, well, you're at 0.3 of yellow. And she's like, you have, like, 3 more yellow shots, so 3 more weeks of that. And then she said, then we'll move you to the red vial. And then she's like, and then you have, like, 9 of that. And then we go to maintenance. And I'm like, good. So finally I will maybe be done by the end of this year, and I'm really excited. Last week of August? Good. Because that's, there's some stuff going on that I have to be mindful of. And I could step up the shots and do like, instead of every 7 days, I could go like every 6 days or so. But based on how like I've gone and how things have gone, I'm not willing to risk it. Once a week has been okay. We should stick with that, just in case. Yeah. Great. All right, we are gonna get started on this. We have a handful of alerts, and I want to finish this, so I'm going to be painting until it's done today. Provided nothing goes wrong. But I don't imagine it going wrong. We just have to bring a little bit of highlight into this area, and like some of this stuff. And then, there's like some brown little things that sit over here, and a little bit right here. Painting until stream tonight. I've done some marathon painting sessions. When I did the pointillism piece with the goose, that was kind of endless. And I listened to a lot of Sunday in the Park with George during that time in my life, because there's like a song about like finishing the hat and how you have to finish the hat, because it's a musical about George Seurat. And it's like, I have to finish the hat while life goes on around me, and that's kind of how I felt, so like that's what I was listening to when I painted. And it was a lot of time. That one probably took me the most time. I really like it, but like, that was a lot to do. And I would like to do another pointillism piece, but that's going to take a while. All right, we have a 27-month resub from Leafily. We have 12 months from Chaz. Paintbrush clicks for Chaz, who says, thanks to WeWin for my sub gift in the secret train. Yeah, there was a secret train going on. But thanks WeWin for gifting subs to Chaz. We have a 25-month resub from Seemingly Jess. I am clicked in the wrong window. Let's fix that. There we go. 300 bits from Aldo512, a 26-month resub from Brina BX, 23 months from Kita, and 26 months from Gaxtronaut. Thank you all for the resubs this morning. Oh, the secret train on Tuesday. That's when that happens. I don't ever check my Twitch alerts, and so it probably didn't tell me. Or it probably did tell me and I missed it. Anise gifted a sub too. Dragons are cool 22. Thank you. Oh, that secret stream. The one that happened when someone accidentally went live on my channel. We also have 500 bits from Furious Kitty, who says, getting somewhere with the painting, looking beautiful. Thank you. We are going to finish this today. I have notes because it's been 2 weeks. We have a 13-month resub from Nomi Bookworm. Thank you. Good morning. So these are my notes. This is one of my palettes. So this is actually my college palette. I know because I taped it back in 2010. Maybe. That's how old this piece of glass is in my life. So I have notes. I have some pure colors up here. So I have Jenkins, Titanium White, Primary Yellow, Mars Black, Carbon Black. This is alizarin. And then I have Jenkins with Titanium White. That's these colors. And that's what I was doing for the green that's kind of sitting in the shadow. So it's less yellow. And then I mixed up a sun green, which is what I called it. And it's because it's very yellow. So it's everything that's sitting on the top of this cap that's hitting the sun. And it gets much more yellow than the green that's cooler underneath in shadow. Because both greens are going to have highlights, it's just one is more yellow because the sun is hitting it. So then I made notes 2 weeks ago that this was Jenkins green, phthalo green yellow shade, and primary yellow, and then I was using that to make lighter colors. So I made that note over here for my lighter greens, and that is the sun green color over here with titanium white, primary yellow, and alizarin crimson. So those are my notes. I do that a lot because I will forget. And then I have to make up a color based on some dried paint on a palette. So if I have notes, I can be like, ah, yes, that is how I made that color. Sometimes I do that in here, and sometimes I just do it on the glass. All right, spray bottle. We have a 27-month resub from TachiGamer96. Good morning. Thank you. Who says, it's been a while since I was in a stream. The painting is very nice. Blade. I need to make some space on this palette so I can mix up new colors, but I don't want to lose my notes, so I'm just going to like push the paint around that's not those notes and not those little swatches of test paint. Which I probably could have done during the countdown, but I was busy dealing with something. I've seen a few people comment on my clip. Isn't it cute? Here. It has like these double wings on each side. And it was a 2-pack from probably Amazon. And I liked it because this one was the same color as Monica's in Dark Cloud 2. It's not the same design, but it's close and it feels like it enough. And then the other one was a pink color and it was a pretty pink. That's not me to wear pink much, so I painted it silver. So I have that one as well. But it's a little fragile with the blue or the silver. So I don't wear it as often because the silver will just flake off and show pink. So I just put this one in a lot of the time. All right, we are mixing up a lighter sun green color. And it's still a little bit wet, which is great because I don't really feel like mixing new right now. That can be a later project. Some things are dried out, like the titanium white is. Is that a bike tree? Yeah. There. This is an Oaks and Spokes shirt. On the back it says, "Thank you for riding your bike, Raleigh." This is the bike nonprofit in Raleigh that works with the town to make bike lanes friendly and safe and a good place to ride, and works on making the city a safe place for pedestrians and bikes and all sorts of transportation. And it's been bike month, or it was bike month. May is bike month. So they were doing all sorts of events, and I didn't manage to get to any of them, which I was sad about. And they had these pins that said "Bike It" that looked like the Book-Its from Pizza Hut. So it looked like that. So they were neat. And you got stars put on your pin if you went to events. Am I in a bike club? It's just the nonprofit. I just bought a shirt. I do want to go and like support them and go to events. I know someone that works for them. Where's Alizarin? Alizarin Crimson, where did you go? Phthalo, primary yellow, magenta sap. Primary. Did I put it away? Yeah, I did. So this mural is actually painted downtown on the side of Crank Arm Brewing, which is a bike-themed brewery. Ooh, I need some of this. This is drying out. So this color is definitely not bright enough. Touchy Gamer says, honestly, most bike clubs could be considered a cult. It's fun. When I hang out with bike people, the topic may veer away from bikes, but it always comes back to bikes. It's kind of funny to me. Alright, this is closer to what I have on there now for the lightest color. The conversation is circular, like a bike wheel. We were talking the other day when I was riding with some people about Oaks and Spokes, the nonprofit. And someone was like, oh, it'd be really cool if they had a shirt that was... And then they started talking about a design, and I was like, listen, I have a graphic design minor. Now I want to make it. So maybe if I ever have some free time that I feel like doing that, I will. I need a leather jacket. No, that's too warm. We just need bike jerseys. Ember Laura says, there must be a club that comes to my office complex after 5. There's always a ton of cars and people getting their bikes together after I leave work late on busier days. Yeah, it's, there was a place I rode from once where I pulled up and parked my bike there because I was going to go on this greenway system. And it was like all these cars that have like the trailer hitches with the tray bike hitches. or little platforms on the back. And I was like, ah, yes, everyone just parks here so they can ride the trail. And I was like, yeah, me too. I just don't have one of those yet. Alright, how do I feel about this? It's lighter in color than what's on there currently, but I don't think it's yellow enough. So I just keep adding yellow and white until it's closer to what I want. It needs to be warmer. Chet says, 36 and I still don't know how to ride a bike. And Slicktook says same. And Tachi says, Tom Scott did a video of him learning to ride a bike. The best way to learn to ride a bike nowadays is to put the seat all the way down so that you can sit on it and touch the ground completely. They found that the best way to teach kids to ride bikes is by doing push bikes, where you just kind of sit and then you like kick your feet. So you learn like balance a little bit and then you learn steering. And then at some point they're comfortable enough to just kind of like take their feet off the ground and coast a little bit, and then you introduce pedals. And they're saying that for adults too. Actually, Oaks and Spokes, this nonprofit, is doing a clinic. I want to say it's Saturday this weekend. How do I feel about that? It's not light enough. For kids to learn to ride bikes, but they're also like having something for adults. And so they were looking for volunteers to like run that. And I was like, that would be cool. I have plans on Saturday. Dang it. This is getting incrementally closer to what I need it to be. You see how bright it is though compared to what's there? That's fine. The sun is supposed to hit like half of this greenery and really light it up. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to see if this is actually good. What brush was I using? This one? The Spilbert? Amber says, oh, that's so much nicer than my trial by fire. I mean, I remember not having training wheels very long, and I remember vividly riding my bike for the first time without training wheels. My dad had held the seat or the post or something behind me, and like he was kind of like walking and running with me, and then I sort of just took off and he had to let go. All right. I like this green a lot. I just don't know if it's as bright as I need, which means there's more layers to do. But it is starting to define what's in sunlight and what isn't, which is great, because that's what this needed. It was kind of lacking it, to be honest. I hope at some point I get I should honestly, truthfully, get to pure white on some of this, but we are not there yet. Up here on the little onion piece, it's just a little bit of this color. There's a lot of yellow, like, throughout the whole cap of this. So I think I need to start doing it without thinking. Just kind of mindlessly putting it here. When I looked at doing this painting originally, I thought, all of this stuff is just dots. It's pointillism, essentially. And I was like, seems easy enough. And here we are on like stream 16 or something. Stream 11. Mr. Deathkill says, for reference, Big Canvas took 13. Okay. Alright, this stuff. Okay. So I'm trying to do less and less of each highlight. Like, there will be less and less of it. So that round was quite fast. Now we'll do a lighter version, and that'll be even less. All right, new color. Sometimes I do a few and then I look over there to see if they're visible. Or if it's just kind of a vibe. These are almost done. I'm starting to feel like this little bit of grass is complete. Almost. We have a 15-month resub from Soph G. Good morning. Okay, now, next layer. We're going to start with the titanium white this time instead of trying to push the color I've been using all the way, because that is not doing anything like I need it to. It is taking forever to mix because moving towards a lighter color, you need to start with the light color. Is that too bright? Will I regret that? Is that too much of a difference? It's also a lot more yellow than I've been using. Good morning. Thank you, Devoid. Devoid gifted 5 subs. They went to Yamadorgan, Valifer Wrath, Mickey DCT, The Magical Gamer, and Captain CJ99. Thank you for the gift subs. I hope everyone is having a good post-Switch 2 morning and didn't stay up too late playing Mario Kart. Okay, I think this is it. Chaz said, for some people, yesterday was Mario Kart playing day. For me, it was Mario Kart alert making day. I have not seen them yet. So I'm either going to be surprised or when we do our meeting, I will see it then. More titanium white. A live MK stream with and friends would be fun. Yeah, it would be fun. I don't know who's all going to have the game. Ouch. Hi, Seizure Monday. Good morning. I'm glad you get to catch the last one. I'm not wrapping up the second. I have a handful of layers left to do. I swear this isn't white paint, but it's so light it looks like it. And like this here, that's way too bright. Like it feels right, but it's not. Tone it down a smidge with yellow. Just a little bit. Does that help? Maybe. Have I considered making it more saturated? I'm always thinking about making it more saturated. That's why I added more yellow. Bright yellow. Okay, these grasses down here need highlights too, but they need bluer highlights. And then I have like all of the brown stuff I need to add. So we're gonna do that first. And then I'll add the all the brown stuff on the cap because that needs to give it some variation other than dots. Okay, so we're going back to the sun green and lightening that up without yellow. I think so. I think that will do what I want. I think I need a little bit of Jenkins because it's kind of bluish, and this is not as blue as I want it to be. Nope, I need cyan. Now I had done these in yellow earlier and I don't like how they look. I think I was wrong. When I say this is the last video, I'm like Stephen with Tunic. No, I'm finishing this today. I need more of this somewhere. Where? Here? Oh, that was not okay. Really thought that was gonna go differently. It didn't. Okay, that looks good. Now it's time to add the brown stuff. And I think that's the last thing. It's quite orange, so I'm thinking burnt sienna. Oh, there it is. And there's a little bit of brown in some of like this stuff, so I'm gonna bring that in as well. But this will be the last item to paint besides signing it. So this is quite orange, and if I need to tone it down, I can add a little bit of blue, which it desperately needed. Oh my gosh. Alright, how do I feel about this? We have a 27-month resub at tier 2 from Radio Dread. Good morning. Or evening? Six p.m. Okay. So I'm starting with the highlight on purpose for these. And a lot of these kind of stick up higher. Okay, now I just need to make that darker. And ouch. I'm going with burnt umber because I feel like it's just not doing what I need to otherwise. I think I'm going to switch to tiny brush. Because I'm having a hard time getting the tiny details on this.
Okay, I like where that's gone, but I think I need to add a little bit on this grass here. Okay, I'm happy with it. We just need to sign name. I gotta decide what color I want to use. We have a 26 month resub from Kit Collide. Good morning. Let's go with the greens. I could sign it in green. Maybe the sun green color. Okay, let's start by, I don't need the iPad anymore. Set that over there. Keep the plastic wrap. Nope, don't like that placement. Go tacky. Purple.
Ooh, that would be a change.
Okay, we're gonna let that dry for a second. My arm is starting to get really itchy. Dang, allergy shot. Let's think about it. Because it's going to be signed in the dark, so I need a lighter color. I could go some of these lighter browns. But I'm kind of thinking my sun green color, which is a very saturated green. It's like one of the lighter ones in this dark area here. The chalk pastel doesn't work when the canvas is wet, which is why I have to wait a second when I erase. That's close. I can live with that. Now, do I have to do it in white first? Maybe. Now we need to give that a second. And then we'll put it in green. And then I'll do zoom in close-ups. Kind of feel like I could make this brighter. Let's do that while we can do that. I think I need to go pure white. Just look, dude. Time to look at specific pieces of the painting to fiddle around with. Yeah, well, I have a second. I gotta wait for my name to dry, and then I can make it green. I think on camera this part looked fine, but in person I didn't think it was bright enough. Yeah. About knocked a piece of glass over. Okay, I gotta find a better paintbrush though. I don't like the ones I have out to fix this. And by fix, I mean sign my name. You, maybe. Nope, just like that brush. Different brush.
You? Maybe. So there's going to be chalk here behind my name, and that's fine. That will go away later, after it's definitely dried for a while. This song has Postal Service vibes. I thinned this down with water probably more than I should have. Acrylic really shouldn't be thinned. It also made it more transparent than I wanted. So it looks lighter because the white's underneath it. Okay, that is done. There's still chalk. I'm gonna erase what I can so it's not messing with us visually to have it there. And then I'm gonna give it one more look over. Get rid of all the extra paint on my palette before it dries out, and then we'll do some close-ups. Whether that's me taking photos and posting them for ArtQ or trying to zoom in with the camera. Okay. Eraser brush. Yeah, that's gonna have to wait. I don't want to mess that up. Okay. I got rid of part of the L. Okay, I see the one thing that's bothering me.
The little brown pieces here, there's 5 of them. They're in a row. They don't look natural. That's what's bothering me. So I just need to add like 1 more. Where do I want to put one though? Here. And maybe here. Yes.
Don't stop.
Okay. But song, Mal needs to stop at some point. We can let that be done. That was the one thing that bothered me when I looked it over. Okay, before I do close-ups, I'm going to get rid of all my extra paint and put it on my paint sheet. So I have paint sheet. This is all paint. For years, I've just been putting paint on paint sheet when I'm done painting, because it's going to definitely be dry by the next time I paint. So it's either going to dry out on the palette or dry out on here. And maybe someday someone can, like, I don't know, make a piece of jewelry out of this like it's Fordite or something. What else is left? Yellow. So I did buy some shop paper towels at Costco to see if I liked them better. I bought them honestly for bike stuff, for like dealing with the chain and such. But honestly, I like them for painting, so I'm gonna probably keep using them. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take my plain paper towels and toss them that way for cleaning purposes, and put the shop towels on my paper towel holder. Okay, we're done. Let's do some close-ups. How do I want to do this? Zoom in, maybe? So that's the close-up of that. And we can move down a little bit and see there. It's a little blurry. I don't have the right lens on here to do it exactly like I want, so We have a 26-month resub from Gedzooks. Good morning. Happy day, good time, yeah. It is happy day, good time, yeah. I am going to take a photo and post it. Start by doing that. And we're gonna get a glare no matter what, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Does this help? A little. Because this is better, but then you have it at an angle. Oh, that's too close. And that's not the right color tone. Okay, I'm going to just crop this in. Photo is a little saturated. Oh, nope, that's not the right. Okay, let me post this to Mod. I think it's closer. It's hard. I need to really get it on a computer a lot of the time. I also have a glare on my phone from the lights, so it's really great. The original first in the queue? Sure. I'll wait till there's two then. Should probably also clean my hands before I touch something like the painting. Go touch Steven first. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, how did I get paint on the, like, here? How? Okay, let me hit play. So here's the photo, which now in hindsight, it's quite yellow. I mean, the painting's quite yellow. That's fine. It's pretty close. I'm also looking at it on an iPad versus however this is displaying it. So here's the painting. So my name does, over here, have a little bit of the chalk still, and that will be removed later, at a later date. So, what did someone looked up what stream number? 11? 11 streams later? We're finally done with this painting. Yay! Don't get me wrong, I'm proud of it. I like it a lot. But I'm very ready to paint something new. So, let's talk about the things that are coming up. We're going to start with a roll. There we go. Thank you, patrons, for your continued support, for letting me make art. Things that are coming up tonight. Tune into Steven's channel for Mario Kart World. I'm very much looking forward to it, to see what's going on. All of my Twitch friends have been playing it, and I haven't gotten to play it yet.
So I'm excited for that. We did hook up the Switch 2 last night, and I got to hold it. I didn't play anything on it. Neither of us have played Mario Kart yet. But, like, it's bigger and heavier, and, like, I knew that, but I was like, this is different. So that's good. What if you did, though? I gotta package up the Orchid watercolor and mail that off. That's my plan next. Monday night, we're gonna continue Titanic Adventure Out of Time. So look forward to that. If you missed that, the VOD is up. It is a 1996 computer game, point and click, where you travel back in time to the Titanic and try and change some things for yourself and the world. So it's been fun. It does crash a lot, but we are working around that problem. It is a 1996 computer game. Next Friday, for my stream, I'm not sure exactly which stream it's going to be, but I do want to do a gardening planting stream. And I don't know if it's going to be a Friday, and I don't know if it'll be Monday once Titanic is done. But it's just going to be, I just broke a nail. Shoot. It is going to be planters, not the garden itself. Because the garden itself is not going to be planted this year. So I do have those planters I planted some herbs in last year. We're just going to put more herbs in those for this year. I can send you some deer for planting. So many deer in Raleigh. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to like cover tabletop stream in drop cloth or just do it out in the grass or what. I do want to do it. And people seemed to like it last year when we did garden stream, so I gotta talk to Steven and figure out exactly when and how he wants to do that. So we'll figure out something. The other thing I want to do at some point is I do want to make some terrariums. I've been collecting some glass containers. I just don't have the things I need for those yet, so I could get it. That could be an option instead. That might be easier because I can do that in tabletop a lot easier than I can planting herbs. So, I don't know, something coming up with that. We have a 27-month resub for from Fossix. Thank you. Good morning, Fossix. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in for the ridiculous amount of streams it took to finish this. And the next time-lapse painting and auction will be the spiderweb piece. I need to talk to Dan today to see if he has done it because they always go to Steven when he's done with them, and I don't always know if they're there, so I need to find out from them both if they have it. If not, ask Dan to do it. So that one will be next, and that'll probably be next week sometime that comes out. And then once that one's done, then this one will be next. So this one will be up on Redbubble and for auction when the time-lapse comes out. So that'll be like maybe 2 weeks yet. Alright everyone, I hope you have a good Friday, and I really hope you tune in tonight to see Chaz's Mario Kart alerts. Apparently there's new ones he's been working on, so tune in for that. Tune in for Mario Kart World. Have a good afternoon, and I will see you tonight.